Hello, everyone. Okay, so let's give everyone a couple minutes to say hi and jump in. Let's give my internet some time to realize we're streaming. Although it's not my internet, it's YouTube because YouTube is goofy like that. How's everyone doing tonight? I have a bundle for you this evening, and we have a free gift, and there's free shipping tonight. How awesome is that? Like free shipping, you guys. You just have to spend $25 or more, and you get free shipping. So we'll give everyone like a minute to come in, get settled, say hello, and then I'll go through our bundle. So our bundle tonight is super fun. And it is, I don't remember if the card bases are there or not. So let me just a second. Pull up my picture. I think they are. Card bases. Yep. All right. So tonight's bundle is $73. It's 15% off. You can get free shipping tonight. So free shipping is any order that is $25 or more, ships free tonight only. So it ends at midnight. You also get rub-ons. So they are these beautiful floral lace rub-ons. They actually match and go with the New Day products that are part of my bundle tonight. Fun fact, I don't have those rub-ons. So when I get done with my layout tonight, I'm going to go place an order because I want the lace rub-ons for free, just like all of you. I know you do. Hi, Penny. Hi, Karen. So isn't that fun? So you only need a $25 order. You get free shipping. We have a bundle that's 15% off, and you get the free lace rub-ons. We're going to talk about my order later because we need to figure out what I need to grab. Like, what must I have? Or better yet, what would you guys like to see me work with for Make It Monday? Because anything that I, whether I purchase it or whether it gets sent to me as part of my design team box, I can put it into my Make It Monday bundles. So isn't that cool? I'm going to shake this up real good so we're ready to go. Okay, let's talk about tonight's bundle. First, we have the New Day. It is the stamp, the dies, and the stencil. I'm actually not going to use the stencil at all tonight, but I will show it to you. We are going to use the dies. And then we have my very favorite, must be used for all stamping, and that is the Raven Detailed ink. This Raven Detail ink was the one, it was part of the first things I ordered from Brutus Monroe, and I adore it. It is like totally the best little 2x2 black ink. It's the best black ink. Then we have a metallic aqua pigment in gilded. You will get the new packaging. I'm still working my way through my old packaging. 6x6 Secret Garden paper pad, which I love, 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 love. We are going to have so much fun with this paper pad. It's the best. Then we have Perfect Blend alcohol marker cardstock, cabbage cardstock. We're going to do something super fun with the cabbage cardstock. It's actually not going to go on our card. Raven cardstock, and then card bases, which the 10 pack, not the 50. I have the 50 pack. Don't. Just the normal pack, 10 pack. Okay, so that is our bundle for today. So fun, right? And we're gonna make tonight's card is gonna go really quick. Like this will be a pretty quick card to put together. So we're gonna go nice and slow and just kind of chit chat and do our thing. And you guys are gonna help me and tell me what I should add to my cards. So that when we're all done, we can all go over and hit add to cart and make the website go down. Have all kinds of fun with that. No, we're not gonna do that, are we? Hi, Samantha. Hi, Glenda. Yes, I love the Raven and I love the Alabaster too. Very nice. I see you're fiddling with your diffuser. That happens. Hi, Donna. Hello, Ellen. Yes, tonight's bundle is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so why don't we start with our stamping? And for that, we need our Perfect Blend cardstock, our stamp set, our Black Raven ink. We're going to set this aside. We're going to leave our gilded aqua pigment right here. And I'm going to grab my Misty. Happy Monday, Jamie. Hello, Luann. So I need to know, did anyone attend spring fling this weekend? Did you have a good time? I was unable to attend. I signed up for virtual and then I didn't even get to watch any of the classes because that was just how my weekend went. I was busy, 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 busy. Okay, so there are two stamps on this stamp set. One is like an offset hexagon, which is adorable. And then there's the circle. I'm going to use the circle one tonight, but it doesn't matter which one you use, whether you use the hexagon one or the circle one for tonight's project. I will say this. This open area in the middle is all solid stamp, right? You guys know that I don't mind cutting into stamps. I intentionally didn't cut into this one. I was trying to be, awesome for tonight's live. But honestly, if I am so going to just grab a pair of scissors and cut a circle around here because you have to be really careful when you ink this stamp up. And the reason why is because if you're not careful, you'll get ink on that middle stamped part and it will transfer to your paper. Ask me how I know, because I did it. When I was practicing and deciding on my card, I did it. And I was so tempted right then and there to cut the middle out of my stamp, but I didn't do it. It's like, I'll wait till the live. I'll wait till after the live is over because I know that some of you, get real scared when I start cutting stamps. But this stamp sort of needs a stamp back to me because that middle piece, see, it gets like this little bubble in it. So you have to be real careful and you have to make sure there's no air or you will get ink where you don't want ink on your stamp. I'm not, Penny. I'm not going to do it until after tonight's live. I know how you guys feel about me cutting stamps, so I'm not doing it. I kept the stamp in pristine condition until after tonight's card. And then I'm cutting it. You have to be so careful. Oh, Louie, and you were there in person. That's awesome. I was not in person, but I um, will be in person for CYOE in July. Okay, I think we can do a third. I think we should do a third. So there you have a really nice, very, very crisp, clean, stamped image. Yes, I'm glad it's recorded. I can go and watch it later after National Scrapbook Day. I'm so busy until then, like so busy. National Scrapbook Day is Saturday. So if you are a card maker, or if you are watching and you are a scrapbooker, it's like so many sales and so many hops and so many challenges and so many giveaways. And it's a super fun day to kind of just browse around online. You'll find so many things. And I am participating in a lot of different activities and things all weekend long. So, okay, there's our stamped image. Go ahead and take that out. And then, hi, Sean, how are you? Did you go to, we're talking about who went to Spring Fling and did they like it? Yes, I agree, Luann. It will be very nice to see you as well. We're talking about who is going to come back in July for Create Your Own Ending. I will be at Create Your Own Ending. Okay. I'm just going to get the air bubbles out of this. Now, there is the Aqua Splash, which is the flicking, the one that's in the smaller bottle, and you flick it. I can't. I just can't. Do you know what I did today? So I was scrapbooking and I do have the black Aqua Splash. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to flick this and it's going to work and it's going to be awesome. And it was not. I made a huge mess. It was awful. I was so upset. It didn't go the way it should. I am flicking. I don't know what the word is. We talked about it before. And we did give it a thing. And Heather told me she was going to give me flicking lessons when I went up to the store. She didn't. So, yay! Sean said he went to Spring Fling and he's going to go to Create Your Own Ending. That's awesome. I'll be at Create Your Own Ending for sure. I'm going to just grab a little piece of toilet, or, well, no, it's not. It's paper towel. And I'm going to suck up this because that's really quite bright and I don't want it to be quite that bright. Suck up a little bit of that and then we're going to die cut it. So we're just going to let this dry. But isn't that pretty? I'm so glad that it did all that big mess over here because we're going to die cut it and you're never going to see the big old mess. Ta-da! I'm so glad you're going to be at CYOE, Sean, because I will be too, and it will be super fun. And Luann will be there too. Okay. Yeah. So we will come back to that. Let me just drop that down. Now we're going to cut lots of paper, and we do have to math a little bit. And I'm going to count on all of you to help me with the math, okay? Penny will be too. Penny and I have met in person before, and I adore her. She's fabulous. I love Penny. Penny sang to me at the 10th anniversary party, and I will never forget it. She's the only person that's ever sung to me before. That was awesome. Okay, so let me just flip through the Secret Garden papers. For tonight's card design, any of these papers will work. And you'll see there's a hole in this one. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to grab one of these because I'm going to make a hole in this one too, right there. And I'm going to use one of these because those are the two papers that I used in the little example card. So I'm going to pull those two away. But I'm going to flip through all of these because if you don't have this paper pad is so, so gorgeous. Like, it is so gorgeous. So this will be the last kind of design team bundle project that I use with this. And I have plans to make a scrapbook page with it. So that is going to be my next project with this. I have an idea. It's a very good idea. But you'll just have to wait and see. So here are all the papers. They're so pretty. I just love, love, love all these gorgeous papers for spring. They're just beautiful. And I actually ended up with 2 packs of this paper. So I personally don't mind cutting it up and fussy cut the butterfly, which is what we're going to do tonight. Oh, my friend Candy's here. Hi, Candy. How are you? Okay. So I'm going to fussy cut this butterfly, and this is going to be my basic background. And then we're going to add a 1/8 inch mat around this. So here's where the mapping comes in. It is easier for me to do the math if I start with the math I know. So this paper, I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. That's the math I know. Then I'm going to take the black Raven cardstock and I'm going to put it at the 4, but then I'm going to scooch it 1/8 of an inch. So then I have 4 1/8. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put it at 5 1/4, but then I'm going to scooch it. Just going to scooch it over to it's an 8 till it's 1/8 of an inch bigger, whatever that is. And then I'm going to cut it. Except, well, you don't have mine either, Candy. So then we have our pattern paper, and we have this lovely, perfectly spaced 1/8 of an inch border across. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do our card base. I like to have a bone folder for my card base so that I get a nice crisp edge and everything lines up the way it should. Oh, that's the one she was talking about. Yes, it's mine because I have to make it first, right? All right. I guess I could really send Candy the mock-up one. But sometimes when I'm creating them, we go off the rails and we decide to do something different. So I'd rather take pictures in the morning of the one I created live. So we're just going to go ahead, and I put wet glue on this, which gives me time to scooch it into place. Because this is a very narrow border. It's just 1/8 of an inch. And my glue gives me just enough time to scooch it right where I want. And then when you put it on, this is why I folded my card base, because then when you put it on the card base, it's just like this heavy contrast and awesomeness between the black and the white. I love that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take, so this is the pattern paper that I had. And I think we could use that, or we could choose another pattern, which I might do. I might choose another one just to make it a little bit lighter. But we're only going to use a wee little bit of it. So if you have like a scrap, but I want something a little lighter. So kind of like in here, because I'm going to stamp our sentiment onto a colored strip. And so I want something where the black ink will kind of pop and you'll be able to see it. So let's do that. Let's do this one. Actually, yes, let's use this one because that is the one I already cut a strip off of, as opposed to a fresh sheet of 6x6. Yes, because you're awesome. Candy's awesome. Okay. All right, let's talk about what I should buy tonight. I haven't gotten any. So I have been a little overwhelmed by my craft room this month. I feel like I have so much stuff in here and I need to use some of my stuff. So I haven't purchased anything from Brutus Monroe. Well, I really haven't purchased anything from anybody for most of this month because I was trying really hard to use the stuff I have and kind of just use some stuff. I have so much stuff in my craft room. So I haven't gotten any of the new mixed media stuff. I didn't get one of Christopher's new Pokey tools. I need that. And I didn't get any of the new shimmer pigments. I haven't ordered any of the honeybee stuff from last week. So throw it at me. What should I grab from the shop tonight? Because we have free shipping on an order of $25 or more and free floral rub-on lace rub-ons that I don't have. So what do you guys think? What should I order tonight after I do the live? Any suggestions? Anything you just know that would be a good fit for me? Most of you have been watching me live for almost a year. In July, it'll be a year. So I feel like this is a good group to ask. Thank you so much, Margie. Yep. I cannot do that. I can't say, well, I'm just going to get Nikki, I can't say I've been challenging myself to use, she said she's been challenging herself to use all of her stuff this year. Yeah, that's never going to happen, but I'd like to put a dent in some of it. I'd really just like to make a little bit of room because I feel like right now we're at like critical mass. Candy said, oh, I stepped up and took over from you. Penny, shush. I'm ordering tonight. I don't need new things distracting me. Plus, tonight I get free shipping. I don't get free shipping tomorrow. Candy says, I think one of the chroma mats are pretty. And you painted, oh, the shimmer pigments. Yeah. Pick up 2 honeybee paper and the foilable washi. You got it, Jamie. I will get those things. Sean said he spent way too much this weekend. Oh, I remember. I remember from when I was there for CYOE. I came home and it was like I had a whole new craft room. Like another whole full craft room to put away and find room for. Yes, it is. Candy's right. She says it's just normal when you visit the store. Indeed. That's how it goes. Oh, it's good through the 30th. See, I just got the message that it was free shipping today or tonight. So you can go ahead and wait if you want to wait. Order tomorrow. So but I'm not. I got all this stuff. I'm gonna get all the stuff Jamie told me about. And I think, Jamie, I need all of the chipboard too. And I think I need that honey drip dye. I feel like that would be a really good good purchase for me. That seems like a good one. And that'll definitely, get me over the $25 for shipping. I have Sean says he's going to need to start a savings account for great year and ending. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad. Definitely. So I stamped my little sentiment right there. And the reason I haven't touched this or worked with it at all yet, I'm going to die cut it, but I really want it to be super dry, like really, really, really dry before I give it all the pressure of the die cut. So I'm just going to leave it off to the side. We're going to work on all of the rest of the card. The last thing we're going to do is die cut that stamped image. I have never done. Penny asked, do you do postage stamp layouts? I've never done a postage stamp layout for a card or scrapbook. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because either way, no, I've never done a postage stamp layout. I am going to go ahead again. I want that lovely contrast between black and white. Now I cut this full across. So this is a full 6 inches because I want to make sure when I adhere it to my card, I'm centering it. I'm just jabbering tonight. Oh, what are you making, Nikki? Pretty postage. Oh, that sounds fun. I did not. I even went on the website a little bit before, but yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those too. Jamie said she's been seeing a lot of postage. You know what? In the craft industry, it's fun how things kind of come back around. It really stuff really does like come back around. I remember 20 years ago or so when I started scrapbooking. Um, one of the things that I was so excited for and had to buy was a punch that punched out postage. Like they looked like postage stamps. They were a little bit bigger than actual postage stamps. And then you would like decorate on them, put stamps on them, or put like little die cuts on them. And then you would use them on your layouts, like an ephemera piece or something. And so I matted my, well, while I've been talking to you all, I matted my sentiment strip onto white cardstock, and now I'm adding some black cardstock behind it. And again, just the tiniest little mat, like just the tiniest little mat, so that it kind of mimics or looks similar to the 1/8 inch strip. And I'm going to get my other guillotine cutter for this. So I am all about Raw-Bonds being back because I love them. But those eyelets, no ma'am. I wasn't a fan of them the first time they came around. So I'm okay. All I truly remember about eyelets is my baby sister that also scrapbooked at the time. We were at this retreat. And she had this eyelet machine that was like, I don't know how, like you put the eyelet in and then you'd like pull this like spring and you would pop it so it would make the hole. And hers was so loud. So we were sitting there, it's late at night, we're all scrapbooking, and here's my sister over there, over with her eyelets, going bang, bang. And every time she did it, I would jump. I made so many mistakes on my scrapbook layouts that night. And that was it. That was it. I was done. Never again. Oh, that was just every time I would see eyelets after that, even though they were super popular, all I could think of was my sister making all that noise setting eyelets. So I am just fussy cutting this butterfly. Don't cringe, because this butterfly is super easy to cut out. Like it's like the easiest butterfly ever to cut out. Easy peasy. So does anyone else want to take advantage of free shipping with me tonight? You know you do. Maybe not Sean. He bought the store already. All right, let me go around their little antennas. Or, I mean, Christopher's going to release new stuff tomorrow, so there's that too. Okay, there's our little butterfly. Yeah, whatever this was that my sister used was not a silent setter, like not by a long shot. No way. It was, there was no silent to it at all. Yes, you have to take advantage of free shipping. Okay. I just dropped all the mats. So heavy. So if you're paying attention, you'll notice that we still haven't used one element from our bundle tonight. Did anyone else notice that we still haven't used one element from our bundle tonight? So one thing that's not here. It's like when you were a kid and you watched Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. Oh, the hammer. I remember those hammer ones too. This wasn't a hammer. This was like it had a spring or something, and you'd like go like this and pop it and it would go bang. It's awful. But yeah, I was never a fan of the eglets. Oh, I know it just got real. A little bit wonky. So let's go ahead. We'll die cut this and you'll see, even though we made that little bit of a splatter mess because you can't control everything. Once you die cut it, it's going to be gorgeous. There we go. Okay. Let me grab. So this card is so easy that I didn't even need Penny to say her magic words tonight. How about that? So now we can just take all of our little pieces and put them all together. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do with the missing part of our bundle that I haven't used yet. So my kids were not big. Nikki says her kids didn't like Sesame Street. My kid's not big on Sesame Street either. But I was the biggest Sesame Street kid there ever was. And I pretty sure I had 5 sisters and a brother growing up. And because of that, because those kids were, growing up and all that, I watched Sesame Street probably till I was 15. And so when my kids didn't really like Sesame Street, I was totally okay with it because I knew everything about Sesame Street. I remember the Sesame Street when Mr. Hooper died. And you can go from there. Okay. So we have our sentiment strip across the back, and then look how pretty this turned out. Like just a little bit of splatter really elevated it. And then we're going to center our butterfly right in the middle. And there is our card for tonight. So pretty. And now for what we're going to do with the cabbage cardstock, because that is part of our bundle tonight. And we're going to make an envelope. So this is a We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, which is in the shop. And I did find the envelope punch board, and I did link it up in the description box. So if you would like to grab one of those, you can. It won't look exactly like mine because I have the GOAT of the envelope punch boards. So when this punch board came out, I had to have it. And I know that from this one, We Are Memory Keepers, or We Are Makers, went ahead and made like all different kinds of punch boards. I didn't want any of those, just this one. But I remember like how excited I was for this, and that I pre-ordered and got like one of the first ones. So that's why mine is gray and teal, and the ones in the store are white. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this or not. Jamie and Nikki are talking about old shows. So Lamb Chop, yes, I was a Lamb Chop girl. I loved Lamb Chop. And then Jamie said Mr. Rogers, and Nikki said, I loved Mr. Rogers. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Rogers is from where I live. So I live outside of Pittsburgh, and there is, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes from me, or very close, is a place called Buttermilk Falls, which is where Mr. Rogers grew up. And there's this whole, like, you can go and take this, it's not a tour, it's like a trail where you can like walk through and go on a hike, and you go to the falls, and then you go to, and you can see like the house, and there's a whole story behind the house, and everything. So yes. And Pittsburgh is huge for Mr. Rogers. Like the Idlewild, the amusement park, which is like, again, that's 45 minutes for me. They have a whole ride based on Mr. Rogers and all that kind of stuff. So for my envelope today, on your envelope punch board, there are all these different card sizes and all of the different paper size. So it tells you your paper size, you find your card size, you find your card size. Then it tells you the paper size and the score lines and how you make your card. Super, super easy. I have, hold one second. So I happen to know that for my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card, I need to cut my paper at 8 1/2 by 8 1/2. That's my, or no, not 8 1/2, 8 1/8. Sorry. So it's 8 1/8, which means you can get quite easily a card out of an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. So actually, I'm going to do a little bit bigger. I'm going to do 8 1/2 by 8 1/2. And there's a reason for that, because I want to be able to add a gift card or something in my envelope, not just the card. The other reason I'm doing that is because I remember from past me and how many times I've made these envelopes for A2 cards, that if you have anything bulky on your card, like if you have anything, and even bling or anything, you need to make room for that. So I always do my cardstock at 8 1/2 by 8 1/2, and then I score it at 3 3/4. So there's a little trick for you. I knew when I was cutting that paper, I'm like, No, it's not. It'll tell you an A2 size card. Whatever it tells you, go to the one below it that says 8.5 by 8.5, and that's really the one that you want. Because that way, if your card has any kind of bulk in it, you have a little bit of wiggle room to be able to get that into your envelope as well. And it's super easy. You just score and turn and punch. And once you get the first one done, like that first one is where you have to line it up. And then once you do the first one, then you just follow little lines. And it's easy, easy, easy. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I didn't know Martha Stewart made one. Was that probably from Michael's? Margie says, girl, I'm a romper room girl. I remember kind of romper room. That was a little bit before my time. So then we can just, now I'm going to grab my bone folder again. That's just a personal preference. So that's what we're doing with the cabbage cardstock tonight. We're going to go ahead and make our own little envelope to go with our card. So I'm going to grab some double-sided tape. I find that to be the best way, the easiest way to go ahead and get the cards put together. And I did mean to grab it before I started filming, and I didn't. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, Louie, because you're in this area too, in Pittsburgh. Joyful Creation said she's going to be 40 in August. I've got a couple years on you. I'm a little bit older than that. So when I make my envelopes, I put the double-sided tape just along this edge and this edge. And I use the thinnest double-sided tape that I have. Betty says, I've got a couple decades on you. Well, you know what? I was trying to be like, I've got a couple of years, So I take away the tape, and then what I can do, because a lot of times I'm making cards before I know who they're going to or where I'm going to send them. So I put a little double-sided tape across the flap, and then I don't take the release paper off. And then when I send it, that's when I pull the release paper, and they tend to stay nice. So then we have an envelope that's just a little bit bigger than your card, but you see it fits nice. There's some room in there. It's not like you're super crowded. And then you can go ahead, and if you want to add a gift, if you want to add a gift card, if you want to add, if you make a card and it has a little bit more bling on it, you can go ahead and use that. And I think this cardstock is lovely to make envelopes from if you have cards like this that have or if you have cards that have some bling on them, I think that that is a really, really nice, because this is nice thick cardstock. So things aren't, it's going to be harder for things to break through or tear the envelope. Because, you know, sometimes those machines, they like to eat stuff. Why is my camera doing that? That is weird. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, Heather. So happy to have Heather here. So let's add just a smidgen more to our envelope. I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to get my little fan brush and my aqua pigment. And I'm going to do envelope open, and I'm going to do just a little splatter. Just a little, just a smidge. Just up in that corner and down in this corner. And then we'll let that dry completely, and we will have a coordinating envelope and a card for this evening. Here we go. So we'll set that aside. Not a lot, and I just put a little down here and a little up here, and then it can dry, and I will still have plenty of room to write an address, a return address, all those good things. And then we'll have our card. So there is tonight's project, card, and envelope. Penny said my camera's following my movement, but it's never done that before. Okay, so quick question. Is that like a new, is that something that happened when I updated my iPhone? I don't know if I like that or not. I wonder if there's a way I can turn that off. Ugh, Apple. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm like, really? Okay. Oh, we're talking about our daughter. Penny said her daughter will be 40 in January. Well, I'm a bit over 40. So yeah. Penny said she's seen other camera do it, but yes, the setting must have tripped when you upgrade it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to change that. I'll fix that before next week, because that's a little annoying. Okay. Thank you. Karen says she's loved most of my project. Thank you so much, Karen. I really, really like this one too. I think it turned out so. I just love this card. I just think it's so like elegant and pretty. Um, but it's also really easy to put together. And I'm always such a huge fan of contrast, like with that black and white or anything that's real, just a little pop of that heavy contrast can really change something and make it really elegant. And I really love that. Okay, everyone, that will be it for tonight. We did pretty good. We're only like 5 or 6 minutes early because I talked forever. I was very chatty tonight. You guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Well, evening. I'll wait a minute or two so that the chat can repopulate before I go, because I hate to miss your comments. I hate it when I end the live stream and then people start commenting and I miss them. Then I feel bad. Thank you so much, Luann. I cannot wait to see you guys, all of you, in July. It's going to be so much fun. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Bye. It's gonna let me in. There we go.